All right, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well today. So on the 20th of August, Artur Beterbiev, the WBO, WBC light heavyweight champion, takes on Callum Smith. Brutal fight, really tough fight for Callum Smith. But the thumbnail obviously says this is the one thing that Callum Smith can't do. So let's get straight into the video.
Boxing.
First of all, I hope you guys are doing well today. I know I'm a bit excited. There's a lot of boxing coming up. We are having an amazing year. It's so good. And I'm going to be churning out so many videos. So I just want to thank anybody that's tuned in. Thank all the subscribers. Thank you for watching. It means a lot. Let's get into the part what I'm talking about. Okay, so Artur Beterbiev, all right, it's hard enough to fight this guy, let alone in his hometown, let alone, well, say moving up in weight. Smith's been at light heavyweight for 2 fights now, I think. But one thing he did against Canelo, which he did a lot actually. Well, one, he didn't really have the desire to win, and that was, Boo Boo Andrade came out and said that within the first 5 rounds. Sergio Mora, I forget his name. The commentator for DAZN. I think that's his name. Anyway, they were both like, he doesn't appear to want to win this fight, and they said it early on, and that's true. He didn't really, show much of a desire to really let it hang out. Okay, but one thing he did do far too much was stay on the ropes, but not just stay on the ropes. Stay on the ropes with his high guard. His back was leant up against the ropes. Okay, so and his feet were a little square on, which, that's just an absolute disaster when you're fighting Beterbiev. He is an absolutely amazing fighter, but one of his specialties is to dismantle a high guard, especially when you're on the ropes. I'll show you some clips right now as I'm talking, because he was doing it. He's done it his whole career, and he did it against Anthony Yarde. And I mentioned that pre-fight. I was like, they have to figure something out for that, because he's gonna get you on the ropes. Question is, what are you going to do? You've got options, okay? Typically, I wouldn't advise fighting off the ropes against Beterbiev. Covering up, although Yarde, to be honest with you, because he's got a different body type, he's a bit more physically strong, it looks, and he did cover up quite well, but he still took a bit of punishment, because Beterbiev gets to you, so you have to shut him down. Smith doesn't look as physically strong. If you've got Canelo backing you up, and what do you think is going to happen when a bigger man with bigger bone densities? He's got muscles coming out of his forehead. Beterbiev's got muscles coming out of his eyebrows. This guy is a ferocious guy, and Smith is going to. I'll do a full longer breakdown when the time comes a bit closer to this. So I've got so many videos coming. I haven't really thought about it. But I did want to make this video about this because I would like to see it I know Buddy McGirt has done a great job with him, and he's got him to really box. He's got a really good jab, Callum Smith. Okay, so he does have some tools that he can use, but there's got to be a solution for when Beterbiev, and it's not a question of if, it's a question of when he gets you on the ropes. I mean, you can see he generally gets excited. He steps his gears up, and he starts peeling back those hands, and he starts whacking you to the body, physically moving you, pushing you, just hitting you everywhere. And his arm punches are like that, and they are just devastating. You can't stay on the ropes. Try not to get there in the first place, but when you do get there, get off them. If you can't get off them, tie him up. One of the 3. Do not try and fight with him. He doesn't really know how to fight off the ropes, Callum Smith. I've seen him land a couple of hooks here and there, but he doesn't really know how to fight off the ropes. Very few people do, and even if you do, you're still giving Beterbiev the advantage. So it's not advisable. So I'll be really interested to see what game plan Buddy McGirt puts in. I know they're going to be jab happy. They're going to have to be. He's going to have to move a little bit. I'd like to see him back Beterbiev up a little bit early on, to be honest with you. Just be assertive with the jab and have some good authoritative moves. I know Buddy McGirt, I've been watching a lot of his videos, he does have a good philosophy on boxing with the jab and where to stand and what to do. But they're going to have, some kind of remedy for that poison that is Beterbiev being an animal and just ripping apart the high guard and just being physical with you. You know, you got to try to minimize that. It's gonna happen. Question is, how much is it gonna happen, and how much effect will it have on the fight when it happens? This is a really good fight. August 20th, like I said, I'll do a deeper video. But for now, one thing Callum Smith can't do, the whole premise of this video, is lean back on the ropes, stay on the ropes, high guard like that, tall in the air. You know, like when you're leaning back too, you can't punch because your balance is going back. So he's already taken himself out of punching. You got to sit down a little bit, tuck your chin if you are going to stay there, and not have such a tall kind of frame where you're making yourself more immobile, and he's going to throw you around like a rag doll too, because your balance is going to be a bit off because you're going to be so tall, or like I said, you'll be leaning backwards. He can't do that. I hope he comes with a bit more desire than he did against Canelo, Callum Smith. I know he's had a couple of wins, and I need to watch those again before I comment on those. But this guy is not anything like those two guys he fought. This is a serious threat. I always say it is when you're fighting Beterbiev, right? It's like your starting point is in his lair. All right, he's like a poisonous spider, and you're a little insect, and you're starting in his web. That's the starting point. So how you get out of there, I don't know. Nobody has got out of it yet. I hope, you know, as a fellow Brit, I hope Callum Smith does do it. It'd be amazing to see, but he's up against it. And as I said, probably for the third time, I'm repeating myself now, I will do a video closer to the time with a fight breakdown. But this weekend coming up, I've got this Fulton Ayanui breakdown. I've got the Spence Crawford one coming up on Monday. The Ayanui fights on Tuesday. I've got there's another fight too, something else I've got in the line. I don't know, I've got a couple more shorts, some motivating shorts. If you've been watching these videos and you like the shorts, I've got more of those. I want to try and motivate some of these fighters, try and get the best out of them. You know, you're going to get the best version of me. And I'm trying to get the best version of you. If you're into the boxing, you're into technique and stuff like that, I've got to go to New Jersey on Saturday for my missus's family function. I've been swerving loads of those, so I've got to go to one every now and then. I do like going to them though, because they are fun, I'll be honest. It's just a time thing, you know. I'm really about to get my groove on with this channel, and you know, by the end of the year, we're going for 10,000 subs. I'm going to go for it. So if you are new to this channel and you like the content and check out some of the content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I hope you enjoy any of these videos, but that's it from now. I've got loads to do. I've got to get on. Peace and love. And I will see you soon. Take care.
Boxing.
Knowledge.